All right, all right, all right. Hello, my friends. Hello, Steve. Hello, Dave. Welcome, guys. Hey. Thank you for tuning in. Mr. Sanford, good to see you. How are you guys? Hope you're doing well. So today I'm not going to be playing. I need a break. I'm having some pain in my forearm. I've been playing too much, so taking a break from playing at least today. We'll see about tomorrow and the next day. But anyway, I thought today I'd do a Q&A. And tomorrow I'll think about, I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But it happens. I've been playing a lot, especially bluegrass, especially flat picking. So, if I ever feel pain, I got to take a break. So just been kind of sore, been doing some ice and such. So anyway, I figured I'd do a Q&A. So if you have any questions for me, shoot away. If not, I'll just hang out and wait and see if anything comes to you. Hope you guys had a good weekend. This is show number 566. Every once in a while I'll do a Q&A, but it's been a long time, actually. Very good weekend here. It was very sunny in Pittsburgh. In fact, it's gorgeous right now. It's probably 80 degrees, I think, in Pittsburgh right now. It's gorgeous. Heather, welcome to your cuz. Hello. Love you, cuz. So let me know any questions you may have, guys. Today, no playing today. I'm taking a break. I'm having some pain. I've been playing a little too much, so now I know. Gotta take a break. 26 degrees. Steve, that's crazy. Oh, man. I think we might be having the same weather, though. Yeah, man, 26, that's awesome. It definitely feels like summer here. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous day here. Kind of a cool breeze, but the sun is hot. So, yeah, so today I'm doing Q&A, taking any questions. I have not set up anything so fancy as like a form to input questions. So, yeah, just pop it in the chat if you think of anything. Yeah, I had a good weekend. It was just that yesterday I started feeling some pain. So take a break. When is Killovich coming on tour on the Left Coast? Oh, Heather. I wish I knew, Heather. I would love to tour with those guys, but it would take a lot. Yes. I guess when we have a national hit, that's probably what will happen, Heather. I wish it could be before that, but we'll see. Welcome, Barbara. Good to see you. Welcome. I wish, Heather. At this point, Killifish, I'm working on some Pittsburgh gigs. We may do our first out-of-town show. There's some possibilities for something in Ohio, or maybe the other side of the state, maybe Philadelphia. Left Coast is going to take a bit more time. Mr. McElvine, hey, what age did I start playing guitar? I started playing guitar at 16, actually. Yep. My 16th birthday, my parents gave me a guitar. And before that, I started out playing piano and tuba when I was very young, like first grade. Well, first grade I started playing piano. About fourth grade I started playing tuba up till 8th grade. And maybe around 6th, 7th grade I started playing drum set. I got a set of drums. I also started playing bass. I borrowed a bass, started playing some bass. So I had some instrumental experience for guitar. But yeah, I was 16 when I started. So, fairly late compared to a lot of other people. But yeah, thanks for asking, Dave. Steve, it's way hotter up the valley. Oh, wow. Wow, man. 26 degrees that's pretty warm. Pretty warm. So yeah, the Killfish, it takes a lot to get us on the road because we're three pretty much professional musicians, more or less, or at least semi-pro. So it's got to make it worth it. It's hard to get out of town and not spend a lot of money. So we will see. I would love to do a U.S. tour with those guys, but I'm not sure how soon that's going to happen, Heather. But thank you for asking. Hello, Gary. Welcome. Those of you just joining, today is a Q&A session only. No playing today. So I'm having some pain, so I got to take a break from playing for a few days. They just give me a guitar to ask for it. I didn't specifically ask for it. They knew I was really interested. Yeah, they knew I was really interested. And I think my brother clued them in. My dad had an old guitar sitting around. He didn't really play, but he had bought an old guitar. And I would often just kind of fool around on it. I didn't know anything. And it was a traditional classical guitar with a very wide neck. So I couldn't even form a chord at that age. My fingers were really small, really short. So I couldn't even form a chord, but I would often grab that and really wanted to make music. So they kind of figured it out. Still, it was a total surprise. I did not expect it at all. It was a big surprise, and it was very thrilling, let me tell you. Yeah, but yeah, I think my brother definitely had something to do with it. I think he told him that, he'd love a guitar, and I just right away just fell in love with it. Yeah, right away. It never felt easy. It never has felt easy, but I was just kind of in love with it instantly. So yeah, give a lot of credit to my parents for that birthday gift when I was 16, a while back, last century. It was last century. I'll tell you that. On Saturday, I actually auditioned for like a funk band here because I don't have enough projects, and I love funky music, especially like early '70s funky music. And this is a pretty amazing singer, so I thought I'd try it out. So it was fun. I'm not sure if it'll amount to anything, but it was a lot of fun playing some funk music, playing some Prince, some Rick James, some Michael Jackson. It was pretty fun. You are still young, huh? Whatever you say, Dave. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like that music, the guitarist playing is so specific because it's, generally speaking, it's a very clean guitar sound. No effects at all, not even reverb or echo. It's like a super, super clean guitar sound. If you think of funky music like Prince or Michael Jackson or, I don't know, Commodores or something, the guitar has this very specific rhythmic roll. It's a very trebly, very clean guitar sound. It's very specific. So it was fun for me to learn that. A lot of jazz chords also. So it's a nice bit of challenge to learn songs like that. And the singer threw me a curveball. I don't know if you're watching, Charles, but if you are, you threw me a curveball by asking for some key changes last minute. So I had practiced these songs, and he asked, oh, let's drop it down a half step or a whole step on the spot. That's very hard to do when you have practiced a song in a certain key. It's very hard to whip around on a dime like that. So all you singers know, if you ever ask a guitar player to play something in a different key, it's not always that easy. It's one thing if you're just playing strumming four chords, but if you're trying to do fills or you have a real specific part, it is not easy. All right, once again, any questions anyone has, feel free to shoot. Hopefully I'll be up for playing tomorrow, but I'll see. I might need a couple days break, in which case I'll think about what to do tomorrow. I might cancel, but I'll let you guys know. I always hate to let a day go by without playing, for sure. And I'm feeling good about the Killfish. I sent out the album to a bunch of radio stations this morning, mainly ones in this area. There's some internet radio stations out there that have surf music. So I sent out the album to a number of people this morning. So that was, it felt good to do that because I'm really enjoying that album a lot. So it felt good just to do a little sending out. So yeah, it always is a thrill to hear your own music on the radio. So I'm a sucker for that, and just I want to get the music out. I'm really excited about that. Not carpal tunnel, thank goodness. It's not carpal tunnel. I think it's just a bit of strain. Like I played a bunch. Yeah, I was just playing a bunch between bluegrass, flat picking stuff, practicing for that funk band, and all my usual practicing as well. I've just been doing a lot, so it just felt a bit of a strain. Yeah, it's not like a real pain, just like a little bit of an ache. I did have carpal tunnel. I've had it maybe twice in my life, not now for decades. At least a decade. At one point I felt carpal tunnel, that pins and needles thing, and it's terrible. So I feel pretty lucky not to be having that pain, for sure. Yeah, it's just something else, just kind of strain from just playing a little too much. Hey, Kathy, thank you. I appreciate that. It's okay. It's not too serious. I really think a couple days rest will be okay. And it's hard. It's very hard not to play because my first instinct is always to pick up a guitar and play. But I figured I would stop on Saturday evening. Well, no, I guess it was yesterday I really started noticing it. So I thought I'd take it easy. I'm trying not to lift things also, but I feel like I need to take a break from playing, which is very hard. The painful part is not playing guitar. That's for sure that. All right, if anyone has any questions on any topic, I feel free to expound. No politics, no religion, but you guys know that. Anything else, I'll feel free to expound at any length you want. Hope you can hear me okay too on the solo voice. Yeah, and I'm working on gigs for the Killfish. At this point, we don't have any. I don't think we have any gigs on the calendar, so I'm gonna sing. Oh, Kathy, cute, Kathy, very cute, very cute. Sorry to say, it's just not gonna be that easy. I'm sorry, but very cute, Kathy. Yeah, working on Killifish shows. I've got a number of applications out there, so there it goes. Oh, Heather's got questions. Do I have a favorite song I've written? And what song or project have you done I'm most proud of? Wow. I don't have a favorite. I have a handful of favorites. I would say, Heather. Trusting in Bridges is definitely very special because it came together very quickly, and that's very unusual. As you know, often it takes me a long time. So I'm very proud of that one, actually. I often think I'm proud of that one. And All Is Forgiven also, that one was like, it was like a really, it still is, it's a very personal song. That really was born out of a personal need to write that song. And when it came together, I knew that it was exactly what I needed to say without words. So All Is Forgiven definitely has a very special place. That and Trusting in Bridges. As far as solo guitar goes, that's definitely up there among my very favorites. There are some others. There are definitely some others too. I really like certainly Monsoon, because that also had a specific thing I wanted to go to, and it's really fun to play. I haven't played it in a while now, and I have to kind of work up to it. That one's really fun, but that too, I really like the melody that came out of that. So that's among a favorite. Hey, Julie, welcome. Hello. Good to have you. Or what project have I done that you're most proud of? That's really hard to say. I'm proud of a lot of the solo guitar stuff, for sure. There was a project I had in college called Ogus, which didn't last very long, but that was a special thing. It was sort of the first time I really took what I was learning on guitar and really applied it, and really took a lot of chances with songwriting. So I'll always be proud of that. I'm proud of the Killifish. I'm proud of this. Actually, I love this album. It's very rare that I make an album and that I want to listen to it. And this one I actually listened to a fair amount. I'm really enjoying it. And by now, it's so much fun to play with that band. We really have a special connection. So right now I'm feeling very proud of the Killifish, I have to say. Thank you. So thanks for the questions. Thank you, Steve. All is Forgiven, such a beautiful melody. Thank you. Gary, what other interests do I have? Oh, thank you. I love cooking. I love baking. Deborah also loves cooking. When it comes to baking, she makes pies. She makes amazing pies, amazing desserts. For some reason, I haven't done pie crust, but I love baking. I'm fascinated by bread baking, by pizza baking. And my favorite recipes take days to make. You let them rise over a really long time, and it's a really long and fiddly process. And I love that. I have a love for long and fiddly processes. I make my own homemade cider, like hard cider. And that also is a long process. And I love that. There's something I love about having something that takes a lot of time to develop, even if it's not a lot of time. It's like, after 2 hours you do this, after 12 hours you do this. I'm fascinated by that. And I love that slow growth of something. The bread I make is pretty interesting because there's a lot of separate parts. There's one part where you mix white flour and a few grams, literally a few grams of yeast together with some water. Let it sit 12 hours, and it just grows 5 times. It's enormous. And then you add a whole wheat flour to that, and more yeast and flour, and you let it sit longer. Finally, then you kind of do a number of folding steps, and finally you bake it in the oven. And I love that whole process. So I'm pretty passionate about that. I love hiking. I love getting out in nature. And biking. I used to bike a lot as a kid. Then I didn't have a bike for 20 years. At least 20 years. Yeah, no, about 20 years. And we just got bikes last summer, and I'm loving that too. So really getting outdoors is great. Getting out in nature in solitude, or just with Deborah, or a small group. I love that. Those are my big interests. Outside of that, it's all just music. It's all just music. Listening to music or writing music, seeing music. It's that, but yeah, cooking and getting outdoors. Yeah. I love art museums too, for sure. David, how many instruments do I have? Oh, let's see. I've got two. I'm looking here at what I've got. I've got two nylon strings, so a very old one that I've had for, geez, I bought it probably 2 years after I started playing. So that's a long, long time, 30 plus, however many years that is. Don't play it very often. Then my nylon string, you all know. I've got a bass, 5-string bass. Got a bluegrass guitar, Yamaha. That's just a good banger for fire. I was gonna say fireplaces for fireside, and it's a big volume. And I've got the Maton, and I've got a travel guitar. That's it for acoustics. Then I've got a Stratocaster, Paul Reed Smith, and a Telecaster. So I've got 3 electric guitars, electric bass, 2 nylon strings, that's 6, 2 steel strings, that's 8, the travel guitar, it's 9, and then an electric travel nylon string. So it's 10. I guess I've got 10 guitars. That sounds like an awful lot. It doesn't feel like that many, honestly, because each one is so different. I could expound on all the differences between each one of those. I don't have 2 of like the same thing. To me, they're all vastly different, even between the 2 steel strings. The little Maton for finger style playing, and the big Yamaha for dreadnought with a pick playing. Yeah, so I guess it's 10 guitars right now, David. More will probably be coming sometime. We'll see. Kathy, do I ever make lemon? No, I never have. I do make yogurt regularly. Lemno's delicious, and I know it's very close. That's an interesting question. But I do make all our yogurt. We buy some every few months. We'll buy a thing of yogurt we like, and I'll use that culture then for my own. I make it in an instant pot. It's like an overnight cooker, and it comes out really well. So I love making yogurt. That's another long process. It's easy. I just put it in the cooker, mix it together. But so yogurt, not lemna yet. Mr. Sanford, you have 3 dulcimers. Nice. And a band jammer. Whoa, plays like a dulcimer, but it sounds like a banjo? Dave, so is it, Mr. Sanford, is it the band jammer? So is it shaped like a dulcimer? Please explain the band jammer. Heather, you did an 8-mile hike yesterday with scouts. Really? 8 miles is serious. A 25-pound pack. Whoa. That's amazing, Heather. That is amazing. A 50-mile backpack trip in July. Seriously? Okay, I'm very impressed by you, boy. That's impressive, Heather. Yeah, 8 miles with a 25-pound pack is serious. Nice. Oh, David, it's shaped like a dulcimer, but sounds like a banjo. Wow, I've never seen one before. I've got to Google that. Cool. What is on the horizon I'm looking forward to? Thank you, Heather. That's a great question. Oh boy, let's see. What am I looking forward to? Many, many, many things. Yep. Getting together with some friends next month for a long weekend in the Poconos. I'm really looking forward to that. Friends I don't see very often. And going to do a lot of playing around the campfire that night, for sure. Let's see. We are going up to, in Canada, we're going up to Ontario for a week in July, so looking forward to that. Going up to Vermont for a week in September. This fall, we're going to Italy for a week and a half. So excited about those trips. Let's see. I'm looking forward to every performance. I'm doing a solo show in a couple weeks. I'm doing a Swan Welder show in 3 weeks. Definitely looking forward to the next Killafish gig that comes up, whenever that comes up. I've got ideas for the next solo album. I'll be sharing very soon. Friday, I'm getting together with a drummer and bass player for a separate project, so I'm looking forward to that. Lots on the horizon. Yeah, lots. I really want to do another Ometer album, the synth one. So yeah, I've got lots to look forward to. Thanks for asking that, Heather. Yeah, I've got lots. So excited about those trips, and definitely camping. I like camping too, in addition to hiking, Gary. But yeah, always the next gig is the best thing. The band jammer has a banjo-like head. Wow, interesting. I'm gonna Google that. The band jammer. Oh, very excited, Kathy. We went to Italy on our honeymoon. We went to Tuscany, which was, of course, great. It was like super, super awesome. We haven't been back since. That was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So we're going to northern Italy this time, the area around Milan, actually. There's a lake near Milan we're going to with some family, some of Deborah's family. So very excited about that. And it'll be interesting being in the north. Tuscany is like the vegetarian region, or I think of it that way. A lot of kind of peasant food. Up north is kind of heavier food. A lot more cream, a lot more meat, which I don't eat. I'm a vegetarian. Um, but a lot of cream, things like risotto. There's definitely still pizza up north. Polenta, things like that, more substantial meals. Good wine, good cheese. Looking forward to all that for sure. So yeah, we're looking forward to Italy. It's a big deal. It's very expensive to go to Italy, but we're looking forward to it. That'll be really fun. And I'll definitely have my travel guitar with me there too. Kathy, north is where you choose. Oh really? Cool. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, I don't think any of us have ever been in this area. Not Deborah nor her family have been in this area, so we're very excited about it. It sounds great. And Milan has La Scala, which is it's probably the premier opera house in the world. So we're getting tickets to see a Mozart opera at La Scala. You know, it's probably 600 years old or something, that building. I think so. And we can't wait for that. We'll definitely be seeing music, a lot of very old music. And I love ruins, I love antiquities, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing any old buildings we can find. I'm totally into it, so very excited about that. Wooden Strings in Townsend, Tennessee. Oh, nice. Thank you, David. I'll write that down. Wood and strings. Let me. Italian ice cream. Oh, yes. Gelato. Oh, yes, Gary. Italian ice cream is incredible. I totally agree with you. All right, I'm writing that down, David. Thank you. La Scala is so famous, Kathy. Yeah, I can't wait. And thank you, Heather. What are you growing in your garden? Oh, yes, we love gardening. Gary, I keep thinking of things I enjoy. We love gardening. Yeah. So we've got a lot of greens right now. We've got we've got a lot of different kinds of kale, lettuce, colored greens, which we love. They're huge leaves, and they're really substantial. They're yummy greens, and they grow like crazy. And Swiss chard. Oh, we've got peas coming up. We've got garlic we planted last fall coming up right now. We just planted tomatoes, about 3 different kinds of tomatoes, about 6 plants, and peppers. We have 5 different kinds of peppers planted. Some pretty interesting ones. One's called a fish pepper, which has really cool colors, and then a jalapeno. Maybe it's 2 jalapenos. A shishito pepper, which are ones that are sometimes hot. They're really crunchy. I forget the other kinds. There's 2 other kinds. Maybe the 2 other bell peppers. I love peppers. And then we have a whole bed of beans also. So we haven't planted the beans yet. We'll do like probably pinto beans. And I forget the other beans. Some other kind of bush bean too. String beans. Yeah. Fresh fruits that I crave. Tomatoes. Oh yes, me too, Heather. Fresh tomatoes for us is the thing. Like we actually don't buy tomatoes during the year until they're in season. We don't just buy them at the supermarket. We wait till they're actually in season. So I haven't had a fresh tomato, like a good fresh tomato, since like October. So I am dying for like a really good fresh tomato. Yeah, mozzarella and basil, or even just like cottage cheese, or just some salt on a fresh slice of tomato. I am dying for that. There's a couple things that Deborah makes with tomatoes. There's one. It's an omelet. It's like a Nice omelet. So like from France, Nice, France. It's eggs, and you mix it with a lot of basil, a lot of fresh tomato, and bread cubes that you toast up. So it's a combination of eggs and toasted bread cubes, and basil and tomato, and you mix that all together, and then some Parmesan cheese on top, and that's so good. And it's so good. I'm also looking forward to pasta with some fresh peas. That is one of the true delights in life. Is fresh tomato is pasta with some fresh peas. Maybe with a little bit of that yogurt, a little bit of my yogurt with lemon and fresh peas. Just like, oh, I love that. But yeah, because we really try to buy stuff in season. Haven't had fresh eggplant since October. Tomatoes for sure. Peas we haven't had in forever. We froze green beans, so we've had those, and we have canned tomatoes, but not a fresh tomato. So kind of all the fresh summer stuff. Really excited about, and tomatoes is probably at the top of the list. Tomatoes are the best. Like a fresh tomato, just like it is the best. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, oh man, okay, you've made me very hungry. And I'm just gonna be on a few more minutes because we actually need to plant seedlings. Deborah's going out tonight, and we need to plant some seedlings. We got all those peppers I mentioned. Those seedlings are all sitting out. We also got some nasturtiums, which are edible flowers. We threw that in salads. So we got a bunch of those. Zucchini. We also got. So I need to go plant those seedlings in the garden. But the garden's looking good so far. We had a bunch of volunteers come up, which is always very exciting. It's like free plants. We didn't intend to plant, but they just popped up, and they're doing really good. A bunch of volunteer kale, like 4 or 5 plants of kale that are two of them are like 2 or 3 feet high. Very exciting, and the collard greens are really doing well so far. So I'm going to go out and do some planting, get my fingers in the dirt. Carefully, I'm going to watch this hand and this arm. I'm going to be careful not to do any shoveling or too much digging. I'll leave the digging to Deborah, but I'll do some of the planting and put up some fences, that kind of thing, very carefully. All right, so I think I'll take off and get out to the garden. I'm gonna keep this a little short. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate the questions. Sorry not to play today. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. I don't want to take any chances because guitar is so important to me, and I love playing for you guys. So I'm gonna take it easy, but I'll see how I feel tomorrow. If not, I'll let you know if I'm gonna pop on or not. Either I'll cancel the show, or maybe we can do a listening party to one of my albums or something. I can talk about what's the songs in the album. I'll think about that a little bit. But I'll take off for now. Thank you so much for tuning in and for the questions. I really appreciate it. Again, sorry to not be playing, but I gotta just be careful and take care of myself because these fingers are very important to me. So I need to keep on playing. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Y'all are the best. I really appreciate your hanging in and popping by and hanging out for this. All right. So thank you so much. Hopefully tomorrow I can play. If not, I will let you know whether I'm gonna pop in, I'll either might do a listening session, or if not, then I'll wait for a bit later in the week to play. All right. Have a good evening, everyone. Happy Monday to you. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so the week marches on. Have a good evening, y'all. You are the best. I'm gonna go get a snack. Good night, y'all. Hope to see you tomorrow.